Hey friend, how are you today? Stephanie here with Escape and Paint, and it looks like I can't seem to find my camera. um, Many of my friends know, and you've seen a couple of my posts in the last couple of months. I joined my friend Jamie Norval's group, uh, the Start Journal Box. Um, I really, really, really. Oh, I need to turn that where it doesn't make noise right now. Um, I really wanted something to help me to work on my art, not any of my mentors, not anything anybody else is doing, uh, or to develop my own style and what I think I want to do as an artist. And I thought, why not just start with Jamie's group? She had a lot of yellow stuff that particular month. So my first box was, I believe, March. Yeah, because this is my third box, and it helped me and inspired me to do. So you all say hi when you come on, please. Let me know where you're watching from. And I really, really, really like her box. It comes with a fresh journal, so you got a clean slate each month. If you've already filled it up, and it's a 60-page book, so if you fill it up, you're doing awesome. You can do a little bit of art or do a whole lot of art. You can journal in it, like you can literally decorate like the background of your page and then take a pen or a marker or something and actually journal on it. Or you can do like some of her inspiration. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Today I'm kind of reviewing my Jamie's Start Journal box. And I'm fixing to turn my webcam down so you guys can see it. And I'm kind of promoting this because this was her 1-year anniversary and she has 100 members in her box. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Your ears must have been itching. So here is her box. You'll notice mine has a lot of bits and pieces. She has a big repositional sticker that was across here. Hey, Miss Linda, how are you? And we had it sitting here, and I took mine off, and it says to text it and then to do this and to do that. And I kept this piece because I had cut mine, and then I cut all these little pieces because they're repositionable stickers, and I can use these in my journal if I want to. And I kept this one to keep it closed because I tend to keep all of my bits and pieces until I've used them in my box. But that's just me. Now, this is her anniversary edition. There's a few extra goodies and perks, and I put them back in the box so that I could show y'all, and then I figured I'd pull them out. So, yeah, and then I was sitting there and I was cutting it. Now, I haven't cut this one up yet, and because this is your anniversary box, Jamie, I think I may actually use this one somewhere in my journal. I don't typically use it because it's more about me and my art, but this is where it came from, and this is the big thing. So here is Jamie's tagline, if you want to call it a tagline. This is her inspiring you, where inspiration and community sparks creativity. This is what she tries to promote in her community that comes with the box. You get a free Facebook group that really does have a lot of community. There's a lot of interaction in her group. We support each other. We encourage each other. If somebody asks for suggestions on how do you do this or what would be a better way to do that, we help each other out and make comments. Well, this was something special that she put in for this particular box. I love it. It is so cute, and I had it set out on my desk, and like I said, I put it back in here for the purpose of the unboxing. As y'all join me, if you'll say hi, so I can say hi back. And then each month she gives you prompts. Now, you don't have to do anything with these prompts if you don't want to. You do not have to use the prompts at all. If you would like to use the prompts, go for it. Typically, I do not print them out. I typically will write them on the back of my, let me find that page. This is typically sitting on the top, and this is usually stuck right there. So typically what I'll do is take my Start Journal box, May items include. It does smell good, doesn't it? Hey, Melissa. This month, she's this year for the Start Journal box. She is doing a themed month. This May starts with patience, and the color is silver. March was, I forgot what word it was. Joy. March was joy, and it had yellow. April was peace, and it was blue. This one is patience, and the color is silver. And this one had some possible flowers. Now, mine has a weird purple streak across mine, so I may not be able to use these. But you could cut these. You could use them as a tracer, whatever. So this time I didn't write on the back of my sheet. But typically I'll write mine out on the back of my sheet. But also on her May prompts this time, she had some really cute little artwork that we could use. So I went ahead and printed it out so I could paste it on a page or use it on a page if I wanted to. Instead of it being, in the past, we've had prompts such as, hey there, Miss Tammy. Okay, let me pull this box out. In the past, hey, there's those markers. In the past, we have had prompts such as, well, where did they go? Oh, sorry, I had this journal sitting there. We have had prompts such as, where's that paper at? Okay. Such as a blue rose, cornflower, the ocean, a blue jay, peacock, blue orchids, blueberries. Just a generic item, and then we can all see how somebody else fills those in, right? And so this time she's got, be the awesome you wish to see in the world. Spread the happiness everywhere you go. Go with the flow. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy the little things. Live happy. It's all good. See the positive. Love without limits. So you can create backgrounds and journal around these ideas. You can journal the art. She's done some great tutorials. She did the Let It Go with the Flow, and she did a journal on her page, Creations of Studio 39. And she showed how she did it. She found some inspiration over here on Pinterest. She printed it out, and then she went to her page and did her own thing with it. So that's something really cool that you can do, and you can work it however you want to. This is your journal. Do it your way. So I got to put that back over here. All right. So in this month, she included the alphabet that she uses for her lettering on her page for her business and everything. And typically when she does some other stuff, she does it in capital and in lowercase. And these can either be cut and used, or you can trace. You could copy them so that if you wanted to do mixed media and tape them out, you could. If you're using them as a tracer, you might need to make another copy, because if you do a lot of writing with them, they can get worn through as you're tracing them. She also includes at least 2 to 3 images that go along with whatever our theme is. Our theme is patience. So if you're thinking about time and being patient, and I remember there was a song that I was trying to learn when Zoe was little about have patience, don't be in such a hurry. And it makes me think of this little snail. And I think there was something in the song about a snail. And then there's the clock. This month we got a very thin metallic silver prism colored pencil. They're very pretty with lots of silver on it. I don't know if y'all can see it very well, shimmer wise. There you go. It kind of flashes there. It's a very pretty silver for lining and things. She always sends us an ultra fine point Sharpie, because if you're doing your outlining and stuff and working in it, then you're probably going to need a new one at the end of the month. We have several multi-sided sheets that come in our journal box, and then she typically has been putting these in the guides in her group so that we can download more, print them ourselves if we wanted to print. Like this is a 2-sided piece of paper. If I wanted to use it both sides, I'd have to find a way to get another copy of the other side. So she's been putting them in there so that we can print them how we want to. I love this wood grain one. I like this one. I like the blue and the purple bleeding into each other. And then there's these. They're all really cute. And then we always have our journal in here. And it is a higher quality. And as I said, it's 60 sheets. And it's not too big. So it doesn't seem like you're getting this ginormous something that is huge and overwhelming and I'll have to create 60,000 whatevers. If you wanted, you could do like an introductory page here, and then you could do like your art here and write your journal over here, or do your journal entry, your writing or whatever, if you're writing, using it as a diary or journal like that, you could put your information over here and do your art over here, or both. Or you can do it like this. Some people do 2-page layouts, some people don't. And it's all about what you want to do and how you want to do it. But this is a higher quality. There's 60 sheets in here, so that if you wanted to pull it out along that perforation, pull the page out, work on it flat in front of you, and then glue it back in on one of the other pages, that's easy enough to do. That's easy enough to have happen. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this one out. And I'll be honest, y'all, I've been kind of crazy busy. We've got Art Country fixing to launch, so I've been a little bit busy with that. I'm going to go ahead and put these in here. Now, there's also some other goodies in here that I'm going to show you. This time, she gave us some really cool goodies in our little bag. She always includes at least one stencil. At least one stencil. So this bag can be reused, cut open, reused, whatever you want to do. She gave us she gives us the letters for patience, whatever it is that month. If it's patience, if it's peace, if it's joy, she gives us the letters cut out. We've got a couple of scraps of some silver construction paper that we can use. This is a sticker, and it looks like it's mirrored. Here's another sticker that's just some of the damask. I'm probably saying that wrong, but there we go. And here are some letters. Okay. Here's some more of our letters. Okay, let me get my N right. How come it's okay? It's like, how come it's not looking right to me? Because it was upside down. There's the E, and then there's the T. So you can use these as tracers, or you can lay them out. And I think she gave us extra P's because she has 5 P's as a pillar in her her group. P. Okay, I'm missing an A somewhere. It's in here somewhere. There's another P. She gave us they included this part, so if you wanted to use this to trace it and write out your own set of P's, or make your own P out with a different color paper. And then we have a flower this month, and we've got the cutout it came out of. So you could trace it this way, do a background, and then put in different colors what you wanted. And then here was another sticker. And I know all of the rest of the stickers are repositionable. I'm not sure about these. I'm going to assume that they are, because typically that's what we found out they were. Which is nice, because if you're not sure you like it on the page, you can take it off and it doesn't tear up the rest of your design. There's some things that I've been like, I don't really want it to tear up my whole design. I worked too hard on that. Okay, and then we had our special little envelope. Oh, here was my circle sticker. I forgot it. Here's all my letters. I'm going to put that back in here before I'm... It came with some ribbon, and you could either take this apart, like slide these little silver bits out and do something with that. You could lay this down and you could stamp or marker around it and then have like that as a design in the background. And then we've got a little envelope, and she had scratch off numbers on there, and a specific number was the winner for her big thing, because this is her 1-year anniversary, so she was sending them something special. And then in here we had at least one sparkly piece. I got a J. And somebody else knew what this was called, but I don't know what it's called. But looks like it's got purple and silver, or blue and silver, or bluish purpley silver. And how do I get it close enough to get it to focus on that? Sometimes you have to hold it up close enough to... There it goes. See all that glitter in there? Okay, and then we have a gear, different size gears for everybody. Everybody got something different in their envelope, and everybody had 2 to 3, at least 3, I think, pieces in there. And she's going to have us a special challenge to do with that later. And then I think my favorite part, and I know what I'm going to use today, is my stencil, my little stencil that she bought some of these. She bought a couple of packages of them, and I think there was like 50 in each one or something like that. So like maybe 2 people in the whole 100 people had the same stencil, but most of us had just one of a kind kind of stencils. Well, I'm going to say one of a kind per this group, but there was like maybe 2 of us that had the same stencil. So today is the 5th, and enjoy the little things. So I'm going to scoot this off to the side for just a minute. And I'm going to pull this back over here. And my friend Melissa's been doing some barn quilt goodies and stuff. And so I think what I'm going to do is kind of put this in the center and then maybe build a barn quilt around it. So I love my box. I love the opportunity to create without having to have a lot of wall space, without having to have a lot. Now, some things I have been known to paint on my journal pages, and a lot of and sometimes that's not so great because it's a little thin. But I like to paint. Some people don't like to paint. They prefer to use markers, or they prefer to use colored pencils, or we've gotten some pretty neat little items in our boxes before from Jamie that are really neat to use. So those are kind of neat. That there was a gel pen and a paint stick thing. Now I just need to go back and watch the videos again because I'm not having much success using one of mine. I think it was the gel pen thing, but I may just be putting too much on there or whatever. But like I said, I'm just trying to figure out what's my favorite way of doing art and what makes me happy. And I've learned that it's nice to have a little quiet time for me to just create, even if it's not big or huge. I bought Philip a small art journal recently, just a little media pad, kind of like this one, so that he could do some doodles and art in it, because he likes to doodle a lot. And I said, and he was talking about wanting to learn to draw better at some things. So he's been trying to learn to draw better at some things. And it's just, you can see the progress where you start here and you go on. And it's neat to me to see all the different things that we do and we don't even remember that we've done. So I'm going to grab a ruler. I have a ruler here somewhere, right there. Okay. So this guy's about 3.5 inches. So I think what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a pencil, that's for sure. I think I'm going to mark right. You know what? I think I may just kind of draw up to it. How's that? I'll just set it right there in that corner, and then I'll line it up with that page. I pulled out some of my old close to my heart goodies that for using my markers and stamps and some of my paints and stuff with. I love my mats. I used to use them all the time in my classes. And we'll start right here. We'll go up to there. I think we should be about the same place. That's about even. That's better. Good deal. And then I'm going to lay it kind of flat because I use my lines to line up when I'm coming around here. So this I know is a good spot to come across. So I'll do that. I turn mine, y'all, so if you don't, I hope I'm not making y'all dizzy or anything, but I turn mine a lot when I'm working on it. I want it right close to me. I want to be able to use my arm and my shoulder and kind of pull it my direction. Okay, is this too close? I think it's a little too close. I'll pull it out one. I'd rather it be a little further away than too close to it and it look like we're right up on top of it. Now I'm going to pull it up to there. And we'll just come down to about there. Okay, let's see if we can line up one of these darker lines somewhere to come on out over this way. And I like to do the art. I like to do the journaling. I think it's fun. I think it gives me an opportunity that I wouldn't necessarily give myself otherwise. I think if I were, especially if I had like a day job where I was working somewhere all the time, I would not give myself the grace or the opportunity to just sit and do art, because this is a frivolous thing in a lot of people's minds. It's very frivolous. It's very time consuming. Now, Jamie teaches you how to do it in a small amount of time to help get you started. And I've learned that if I'll do a little bit of this, get my creative juices flowing, that I can then work on doodling, doing doodles here or there somewhere. Looks like it's a little off center, but I'm good. I'm good with that. So, good on that. And I have a couple of pens. Are these the brush pens? Yes, these are brushes. Okay, so I'm going to take my brushes and I'm going to go ahead and go. You know what? I don't think I will. Well, I may take a different set of markers. That won't hurt my feelings to mess that one up a little bit. I'll just go with a similar color marker. How's that sound? Because I'm wanting to go ahead and do this a little faster, but you can do your page in a relatively small amount of time. And you can work on one page if you needed to all week long if you wanted it to be an artistic masterpiece. You know what I'm going to do for sake of balance? I'm going to come over here. I don't think this one flows as well as I want it to. It's supposed to be a brush pen, so I was hoping it would flow a little better. But I'm just going to do a line like that on both of them so that it has that little line there. And I'm going to take this tip off and we're going to come down here and come down here and follow this out. Patterns and designs and just letting it go, just kind of relaxing and chilling. And what would you do on your journal page if you were doing the journal? What would you do? How would you use it? Like I said, I've been using it to help me kind of calm the crazy that's in my head. Does that even make sense? I hope it does, because to me, I'm just kind of running all the time, and I don't want to be running all the time, but I do want to enjoy what I've got going on, and I just don't seem to manage that. Okay, I don't think my OCD is going to let me do it. I think I'm going to have to do a line over here too and do some balance. And you can come down here and come over here. Alrighty, and I was using this one for these corners. And these are some neat little things. They were Crayola take notes. They were for grading. I found them in the Walmart on the reduced section right after school, the back to school sale and stuff. And I homeschool Zoe, so I thought, oh, this would be kind of cool. If she gives me a written assignment, I could actually use this. And it was like way marked down, right? So like instead of paying $11 or $12, I found it for $3. Okay, so that's one reason I went ahead and grabbed it and picked it up. But it has this. It's kind of an eraser. If you wrote on this part with the eraser, or you put a stamp on it or something, you can erase it. And I think that's what I'm going to try and do here in just a minute, just because I think those are kind of cool. Okay. And then if you wanted to do a pattern in it, you can take your eraser and erase your pattern through there if that's what you wanted to do. We could erase these and some semi-straight lines. I don't do straight lines, y'all. I don't. And then I'm going to do instead of doing straight, we could do like squiggles. Over here. And then you can do those. Okay. Now I'm going to do the bluish color in here. Well, that's more purple than I was expecting it to be. I wonder what the purple's going to look like. All right, guys. Well, my friend Jamie has these available each month. I'm sure she can drop the link. She was watching earlier. I know she was in the car driving, so I hope she's staying safe and driving safely. If she would like to put her link in here, she can drop the link and it will share with y'all where you can get one next month. I don't know if you can still get this month's or not. I don't know if she has any extras at all left. But I would love it if she shared her link when she gets a chance and let us know if there was any more available. I enjoy it. It's not for everybody though, and I get that, because for a long time I thought I would not enjoy this. Now, I don't always fill in every corner of everything with color either. And I don't want anybody to think that they have to. Because what you can do is when you glue this back in your journal, you can write your to-do lists in this hole right here in these open spaces, or you could write it over these where there's a design. That totally is up to you. You can use markers, you can use stencils. You can use paint if you want to. You just got to let it dry really good before you close it for the night. I left mine sitting open overnight one night because I had painted in it, and I have learned that yes, it's better if you're going to paint to pull it out and then glue it back in on a different page later, just because mine was running my paint was very wet, and it kind of dampened the back page. It didn't actually bleed through or soak through or cause there to be a hole in there. But when you paint is a little bit thicker, it's obviously a little wetter than the ink from a marker or anything like that. So it's definitely gonna be a little bit more there. All right. Well, I've asked everybody the last couple of days when they've joined me on my live, and I would like to take that opportunity again. We have something huge coming, y'all. Philip and I have collaborated with Deborah Wright of Painting and Fine, and we have a huge thing coming, and we really, 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 that is a cool stencil. I really like it. When you get a chance, Jamie, if you'll drop your link to your subscription or to your wait list, I don't know if you have any boxes available left for anybody. Whichever the case it needs to be, if you'll drop your link in there, I'd appreciate it, girl. We've got something huge coming. It's launching May 30th, but we would love for it to be tailored to what your needs are to suit you. So I would love to know, where did I do with my remember what to say, remember how to ask it right questions. Here they are. I hid them from myself. Jamie says she does still have boxes. So if you're interested in getting one, she's going to put the link in here either later or when she gets a chance here in a little bit. So whichever the case it is, just when she gets a chance, she'll put it in here for you. So if you're interested in one, maybe leave the comment start box in here, and Jamie will know to get you that link specifically. So if you are interested, if you'll type start box in the comments, she'll know to leave you the link. So what I was going to ask is, what are 2 things that you think would help your business to grow or to even start a business, if you have not already, that you would need some help with, that you think somebody, that you may need help getting it explained better so you understand it better, or maybe you could use just a little extra help figuring it all out. Okay, I think I'm going to do the purple here. So what are a couple of things that you think would help you with your business, that you think could help you to grow? I know that for me, email marketing is a huge thing. I have not taken advantage of it like I should, okay? I'll be honest. I have it. I've been paying for it for about a year now. I just don't email out with it like I should. I've done a few things with it, but not near what I should. And it's typically when I'm doing a collaboration or a group thing that I collect emails, but then I don't email anybody. I don't tell them anything. And that's really not a good thing to do. If you're trying to grow a business, you've got to keep people engaged. So how do you do that? By engaging with them, which is one reason that I do lives, trying to engage with my friends and customers and offer them intelligent conversation or assistance with whatever they're working on. I don't think I want that flower blue. I'm not no, that's not the right kind of pen for that, is it? Well, let's see what other color pens I've got in here. I don't like the colors of those. Let's see what we've got in this one. That's an acceptable darker middle color. Except it's getting kind of rough there. Let's do the yellow. Let's see if this brush pen will work here. Oh yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Now y'all, I know for a fact that I've been working on my page for about 20 minutes or so. And I could be done, and then I could just write down on here what I wanted to do for my day. What are my top 3 to-dos? What are my top 5 things that I need to do? So here is a quick little journal page, and it could go either way depending on how you want to work your journal. But then you could write your go live. Send emails. What are some, whatever the thing is that you need to work on for your business. Be more consistent. Schedule posts to my page. Whatever it needs to be, you could write on there. And I think I'm going, whoops, to bring this up a few rows. Okay, so Jamie posted the link in there for anybody that's interested. She does still have a few boxes left. And if you sign up now, the price is going to have to start going up. She's found some things that she's going to try to include in the boxes. So the price of the box is going up just a little bit after this month. But if you sign up now, guess what? Your price is locked in. And it will never change. Okay. I like that better with that purple stripe in there too. But I have been struggling with a lot of little things lately, and I have found that being able to spend just a little time, a little me time, doing art that I want to do for me. It doesn't have to be for my business. It's not necessarily a work related anything. Philip does a lot of doodles in his stuff. So his are more doodles than they would be what I would say your typical art journal type art stuff. But he could journal on the page around it and it'd be okay too. All right, guys. I'm going to switch cameras. And I'm going to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for the conversation. I appreciate it so much. If you want, Jamie has the link put in. Okay, nope, that's not. Jamie has the link put in there. So if you're interested in getting a box, just follow that link and sign up. But I really enjoy mine. I really enjoy the break it gives me to create something and to just kind of help me. I can do whatever I want. It can be scattered. It can be very organized. Whatever it needs to be on that page is my page. So anyway, y'all have a great afternoon.